132 ठीक है ना. क्लेश बहुत अंत व्यस्त नहीं दूर को डाल गाड़ी नहीं Evening chanting, page 14. Yoso Bhagava Arhan Samma Sambuddho Swakhato Ye Bhagavata Dhammo Supatipanno Yassa Bhagavato Sangho Tamayam Bhagavantam Sadhammam Sasangam Ime Sakari Yatharham Aropitehi Abhipujayama Sadhuno Bhante Bhagava Suchirapanibutopi
Mobile device not found. Ready to pair.
Manasa Ime Sakari Dugat Panaka Prabhute Patiganhatu Amhakam Digratam Hita Yasukhaya Arham Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddham Bhagavantam Abhivadini Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammam Namasami Supatipanno Bhagavato Savak Sangho Sangham Namami Handmayam Buddhasya Bhagavato Kumbhabhagnam Karam Karomase Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arhato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arhato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arhato Samma Sambuddhassa Handmayam Buddhanusatinayam Karomase Tam Kopana Bhagavan Tam Evam Kalyan Iti Saddo Abhugato Iti Pisu Bhagava Arham Samma Sambuddho Vidyacharan Sampanno Sugato Lokavidu Anuttaro Purisadam Arathi Sattha Eva Manusanam Buddho Bhagavati Handmayam Buddhavigitim Karomase Buddhavarhant Varatadigunabhiyuto Suddha Vijnana Karuna Isamagatato Bodhisiyo Sujanata Kamalam Vasuro Vandamaham Tamaranam Sirasajinendam Buddho yo sabbapaninam saranam khemamuttamam Padhamanusatittanam vandamitam sirenam Buddhasasmida siva buddho me samikissaro Buddhasaham niyadin Sariran Jivitan Chidam Vandantiham Charissa Buddhaseva Subodhitam Natti me saranam anya Buddho me saranam varam Etena Satya Vajjena Vadheyam Sattu Sasane बुद्धं निवन्दमानाय यं पुण्यं पसुतं इद सभेऽपि अन्तरायामि माहेषुं तस्य तेजसा हान्दमयं धम्मानुसतिनयं करोमसि स्वाखातो भगवता धम्मो सन्निष्ठिको अकालिको एहि पस्सिको ओपनयिको पश्यत् वेदितव्यो विन्योयि हान्दमयं धम्माभिगीतिं करोमसि स्वाखाततादिगुणयोगवसेन सेयो यो मग्गपाकपरियतिविमोकभेदो धम्मो कुलोकपतना तदधारि धारी वन्दामहं तमरं वरधम्ममेतं धम्मो यो सबपाणिनं शरणं खेममुत्तमं द्वितीयानुसतिष्ठानं वन्दामि तं शिरेणहं धम्मस्सास्मि दासीव धम्मो मे सामिकीश्वरो धम्मस्साहं नियादेमि शरीरं जीवितं चिदं वन्दन्तीहं चरिष्यां धम्मस्यैव सुधम्मतं नास्ति मे शरणम् अन्यं धम्मो मे शरणं वरम् एतेन सज्जवज्जेन वड्डेयं सतु शासने धम्मं मे वन्दमानाय यं पुण्यं पसुतं इद सभेऽपि अन्तरायामि माहेषु तस्य तेजसा हान्दमयं सङ्घानुसतिनयं करोमसि सुपटिपन्नो भगवतो सावकसङ्गो उजुपटिपन्नो भगवतो सावकसङ्गो न्यायपटिपन्नो भगवतो सावकसङ्गो सामीचिपटिपन्नो भगवतो सावकसङ्गो यदिदं चत्तारि पुरुषयुगा अष्टपुरुषपुद्गला एष भगवतो सावकसङ्गो आहुनेयो पाहुनेयो दक्षिणेयो अञ्जलिकरणीयो अनुत्तरं पुण्यकेत लोकसाति हान्दमयं सङ्गाभिगीतिं करोमसि सधम्मजो सुपटिपतिगुणादियुतो यो अष्टविधो अर्यगलसङ्घसेठो शीलादिधम्मपवरसयकाय चेतो वन्दामहं तमरियानगणं सुशुद्धं सङ्घो यो सबपाणिनं शरणं खेममुत्तमं ततीयानुसतिष्ठानं वन्दामि तं शिरेणहम् सङ्घस्सास्मि दासीव सङ्घो मे सामिकीश्वरो सङ्गसहं नियादेमि शरीरं जीवितं चिदं वन्दन्ति यं चरिष्यामि सङ्गस्सोपटिपन्नतम् नत्ति मे शरणम् अन्यं सङ्गो मे शरणं वरम् एतेन सज्जवज्जेन वड्ढेयं सत्तु शासने सङ्गं मे वन्दमानाय यं पुण्यं प्रसुतम् इद सब्बेऽपि अन्तरायामि माहेषुं तत्सतेजसा
Now we'll recite Bhujanga Sutta, Bhujanga Paritta पढ़ेंगे, पेज 132.
132 पेज भुजंग परित्त. भुजंगो सति संघातो धम्मानं विचयो तथा वीर्यं पीतिपसक्ति भुजंगा च तथा परे समाद उपेक्ष भुजंगा सत्त एते शब्दस्सिना मुनिना सम्मद आखाता भाविता बहुलीकता संवत्तन्ति अभिन्याय निब्बाणाय बोधिया एतेन सज्जवज्जेन सोत्तिते होतु सर्वदा एकस्मिन् समये नाथो मोग्गलानं च कස්සपं गिलाने दुःखिते दिस्वा भोजङ्गे सत्तदेशयि ते च तम् अभिनन्दित्वा रोगामुच्चिस्सुतक्षणे एतेन सच्चवच्चेन सोत्तिते होतु सर्वदा एकदा धम्मराजापि गिलन्नेनाभिपीडितो चुन्दत्थेरेण तय्येव वणापीत्वा न सादरम् सम्मोदित्वा च आबाध तुम्हावुट्ठासिठानसो एतेन सच्चवज्जेन सोत्तिते होतु सर्वदा पहीना ते च आबादा तिन्नन्नं त्रिमहेशिनं मग्ग आहत किलेशाव पत्तानुपत्तिधम्मं तं धम्मतम् एतेन सच्चवज्जेन सोत्तिते होतु सर्वदा
Now we'll listen to a discourse by Ajahn Sucitto titled Not Waiting for Nibbana.
Connected to 1 plus 3T. Connected to 1 plus 3T.
So, coming to some time boundaries, seems one shouldn't really, conclude a retreat without mentioning Nibbana. A tricky topic. And the Four Noble Truths, which is the main working axis of the Buddha's teachings. Nibbana, the difficult to see, subtle, difficult to see, realized by the wise. The secure, the safe, the unshakable. The place you cannot go beyond, the end of aging, sorrow, decay and death. Likened to an island, a safe place, the sublime, the peaceful, the deepest ease, the highest, most fulfilling kind of ease. So, a number of ways that Nibbana is hinted at as both subtle, not easy to see, and yet available, attractive. There's another sequence that I sometimes bring to mind about the nature of Dhamma's phenomena. Not rooted in motivation. All Dhammas are rooted in some kind of interest or motivation, something that brightens up to, attracted forms, something switches on. Rising with attention. Attention steers towards something. Coming into being, taking a definite form with contact. Converging on feeling. The bit that really touches, gets things going is feeling. Supervised by mindfulness. Surmountable, led by concentration, by collectedness, surmountable, dominated by mindfulness, surmountable by wisdom, yielding deliverance, merging in the deathless, terminating in Nibbana. It's all kind of sequence. Nothing stands alone. There is a conditioned path to the unconditioned. And this incredible little piece I've just mentioned, the Buddha is saying all Dhammas. All Dhammas. If you track them, this is what they do. It's pretty, jaw-dropping, isn't it? All phenomena. So we come to what we're working on, converging on feeling, the lively bit where something touches us, touches the heart. And what does it touch? where the Dhammas touch. They touch the skin, they touch the eyes, no, they touch the heart, you know. They touch the citta. You can be quite oblivious to sights and sounds at times, or some sights you see, some you don't, but what touches your heart is where the action happens. Feeling, and that's where we're placing sati to check, instead of the reverberations of proliferations and, you know, all the processes that get stirred up. It's just unpleasant feeling, pleasant feeling, slightly unpleasant feeling. Something I'd rather like to, if it wasn't there, that would be better. So the feelings are not always that strong. But if you don't know what you're feeling, just ask yourself, would you like this to continue or not? If you think, well, it'd be good if this was over, that's called unpleasant feeling. You know, and naturally we have a person who has the capacity to, I'm okay, it's okay. Yeah, it's fine, it's okay, no problem. No, that's not it. I know we can all manage to a degree unpleasant feelings, but would you like this to continue or not? It'll be good when this is finished. That's called an unpleasant feeling. Then dominating that, so just that sense of really supervising, incredible patience and honesty. So this process of stilling sankharas, so the sankharas are the activations, the mental formations, the intentions, you know, that the activities that arise dependent on being something touching us and a feeling being aroused. You know, so stilling. Another phrase, this is sublime, this is peaceful. The stilling of sankharas, the relinquishment of the basis of attachment, destruction of craving, dispassion, nibbana. So, you know, there's a process there, and maybe the first thing we come to sensing is, you know, stilling of sankharas, this term that's come up a few times. So what's this? Certainly the adjective, the verb indicates a calming process, doesn't it? Calming, soothing, making less, either deliberately saying it doesn't matter or letting the feeling pass. And the satipatthana, one's aware of the arising, the flowing and the passing. Can you be that there? Can you have that presence of mind, of citta? This isn't a thought, is it? To open, acknowledge something is difficult, unpleasant, and, you know, let it pass. And it won't pass if we add more to it, if we keep regenerating it. So this what's required, this kind of patience, the relinquishment, letting go, and also enough stability, enough inner stability to be able to do that. So if we feel calm, assured, if we have that what we call refuge foundation, it could be self-respect, kindness, patience, faith, confidence. Okay, then you can witness the arising and passing of feeling without snagging on it. Now, that means that the sankhara, which would either be the kind of the ripple of, well, I don't think I can manage this, or how is that, or what am I supposed to do with this, or whose fault is it, or something wrong with me, I shouldn't feel this way. All that shivering, that gradually, it's okay to feel that. It's just a feeling. I can't bear it. I can't, that sense of it's just a moment. It's just a moment. And so the stilling, which you can't just do as an attitude. A certain amount you can do as an attitude, but it generally requires enough basis in inner calm, inner steadiness, inner refuge, so that we've got somewhere to stand where we can let things run through. Therefore, this is what we call the samatha practices, and this can be anything that helps the mind to settle. So it could be metta. You can use metta as a samatha practice. Anything that helps my citta to settle down and feel comfortable. Mindfulness of breathing, mantra recitations, whatever helps your mind to settle down. There isn't a particular system, but there's a whole range of them that you can use, walking up and down, movements of the body, so that the citta is held and gradually settled. And you get to understand a lot about citta, this jumpiness, this contractedness, this doubting, this turning itself inside out. You're handling it. Relationship is everything. So that the sankhara process can be stilled with regard to its intentionality. That's its impulse to do, to make, to become, to have, to make something out of it. And that certainly does begin to sweep away what I call the tinder for further sankharas. They don't keep flaring up if you're just able to, get on that one, let's let that one steady pass through before you get into the cycle of reactivity. This is samatha, and it's, I think a lot of practice is really that, and it's certainly something to make use of a retreat for, because it's such a rare thing, and a rare encouragement, and a rare support. Most of the world is about excitement, getting stirred up, getting annoyed, getting frightened, getting running, getting faster, and so forth. So this is definitely to be encouraged a lot, just so that your system can come out of its spasms and its shatteredness. Retreat space, we're really trying to hold that as a place of safe, secure. What can occur with that stilling is another form of sankhara can begin to relax. This is subtler, but another way in which sankharas manifest, mental sankharas, is through the quality of attention. So attention is that which forms a boundary. So, we can notice with our eyes, there's a certain zone which we're clear, and there's a kind of fuzzy zone around it. And with any of the sense bases are like that. Yeah. And that's held by what you're interested in, you focus on. Your focus crystallizes around where there's interest. This is where interest, motivation gives rise. Things rooted where your attention rests. That's where they spring up, where your attention rests. Chanda, motivation, desire, interest is aroused, because that's why you give it attention. So from there, things start manifesting, you see, and the process of engagement with phenomena begins there. Dhammas arise there. Dhammas are the experience of engagement with phenomena. Now with the mind has no natural exterior object. The mind doesn't see, hear, or touch anything. The citta, the subject matter for the citta is its own creations. It's likened to a spider that draws silk out of its body and creates a web. Chitta is likened to a spider, how the spider draws thread out of its body and weaves this web, and then it runs around on the web that it's woven. And it sits on the web, and every thing that touches that web, the spider feels it. Sitting on the web, the fly touches it, the spider feels the effect of that. That's what chitta does in its unawakened state. It's constantly generating webs, so it's getting a lot, it's shivering a lot because of the amount of things that touch it. The web is called attention. And that can be anything. It could be the state of the world, it could be the root of -1, it could be, your knees, it could be your grandmother's arthritis, it could be, considering the emperors of the Song dynasty, it could be just about anything, really. In fact, there's almost no limitation to the mind, what it can create a web around. And then the chitta then scuttles over that web, ruminating, thinking in terms of the web that it's spun. Its intention is to create a web, and it creates a web called attention, and all kinds of things get stuck in that web, and it shivers with it. It gets delighted by it, curious and desperate, hungry for whatever it can catch in that web. This is where the juicy flies are going to land. That's called attention. And because it's always doing it, we don't consider that to be an activity, because it's happening all the time. You can't imagine that could switch off, or the mind could not have to create a web to run around on. So we say, okay, well, let's see that you could possibly at least still the attention. So instead of just generating one web after another, it just stayed with one particular web. Call it your body. Just make it that. Let's not get too refined. Anyhow, your body as you're experiencing it right now. Your breath, or just your body. There's your web. Now, really see what lands in that. Phenomena that come and go, this, that, juicy flies, then nasty stuff, sticky stuff that gets stuck in. Gee, there's a lot happening in this thing. And what does all of it do? It rises, it shivers, it causes the web to shiver. The spider gets a bit excited or desperate or hungry or, finds something to nibble on. And that one goes, and then something else kind of lands in the web. And here we are, here we go, Where is the right one? Where's Nibbana going to land in my web? No, Nibbana is the destruction of the web. Does that mean kind of blanked out, coma, no attention? No, it means, you don't need a web to trap space, do you? Stilling of attention, we begin with, why do we attend? We attend for certain particular reasons, reasons but instincts. One is something to be interested in, something to feed on, would give us understanding or happiness or something like that. The other thing that is looking for is something that makes us feel we've got a grip on life, we know where we are, we're stable, we're steady, we're protected. That term that comes up, we've got, and sometimes it's very clear sometimes what attention is doing, like something is on the lookout for things that could hurt me, or aware of the possibility of being rejected or hurt or disapproved of. The web is very attuned to that. Yeah? Now, so that attention carries all kinds of subliminal messages that are there with why the spider wove that one, which sometimes can be very mysterious, like, why on earth am I thinking about this? What on earth am I doing? When did I get here? We don't understand the subliminal motivations, which are called the basis of attachment. Upadi is the phrase. It's not quite the same as upadana, but it's the underlying tendency which any kind of clinging is based upon. And the fundamental tendency is I am, which is I am here, I am this body, I am this being here, and therefore it needs protecting, caring for, so on. And at the same time recognizing, well, it dies, no matter what you do. It breaks up, this thing here, that I call myself, my body, ends, breaks up, is subject, nothing what you can do can really protect it. Mm-hmm. So we're just changing the message. You keep, nothing can be owned. This incredible phrase, all that is mine, beloved and pleasing, will become otherwise. This is bitter, very bitter medicine. But you can imagine the kind of the sort of very straight talking of the Buddha. This is just trying to make people feel depressed and unhappy. You say it's through really tuning into that something else happens. The spider stops spinning. Because it begins to sense this is pointless. It's also, one begins to sense as the sankharas begin to still, the citta knows itself. It's aware of awareness. You're aware of the awareness. You're aware of the awareness. Now, awareness and attention are different things. Attention is the boundary, the thing that creates the focus. Awareness is the ability to receive an impression, we could say, very simply speaking. What creates our objects of attention? What are the boundaries of it? What do we want to hold? What do you want to gather with attention? So the stilling doesn't mean it doesn't say the eradication of sankharas, but the stilling of them. Your intention then becomes much more just to know, just to be clear. And as you get calmer, you don't want stimulation. You definitely don't want excitement. You don't want to have things to think about. You don't want to have to. Games, entertainments, those things, you just don't want them. Not because you hate them, just because they don't feed you anymore. So there's a progressive way in which, the gathering of your awareness, the collecting into it, begins to become satisfying, so these other things fall away. Similarly with attention, as you more gather in awareness, attention, what your mind perceives, is no longer so striking. The web doesn't shiver. It's just sights, sounds, people, noises, comings, goings. That's not too difficult. So you cultivate like that. But then there's further ones. Here's blame. Any shiver in that one? Here's being left out. Saying, I didn't get the same as everybody else got left out. Here's one. Got any shiver there? Here's people not being the way I want them to, not following my rule, not following the rules, not following this. How does that do? What does that do? A bit of shiver there. Shiver and shake. So, and then you can aware of all that and just recognizing, oh, here goes the proliferation, and we begin to just trim it back to let's not feel guilty about it anymore, and come back to this is just me, this is just the experience of irritation, desperation, okay? Let's just hold that one, mindfulness of that. And till the sankharas can be held steadily still, the feeling is felt and moves and changes, and then the thing quietens down. And some of these phenomena, these mental dhammas, can be very poignant. How many years have you been practicing now? Is it 10? Is it 15 years? And where's, I have failed. I've failed. That's a poignant one, isn't it, when you get to that sense, despair. There's you look in the Therigatas, which are the poems of the monks and nuns. The suttas are always kind of quite beautiful. As Buddha says something, these people go, within 3 paragraphs they're arahants, it's really great. Listen to one talk and boom, 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 all the defilements drop away in it. Then you look at the Therigatha, which is the stories of the monks. This one saying, in 25 years my mind has not had one single moment of peace. Not a finger snap. I just, well, there was one where I think this person was so despairing, they hooked up a rope on a tree. I'm had enough, I'm going to kill myself, can't stand it any longer. And just that moment, as the rope touched their neck, suddenly, a realization occurred just in the nick of time. So these people got to the edge. When you look at it, despair, and the stories of the monks and the nuns, it's very gritty. The nun stories are really gritty. This crouchy old so-and-so of a husband, I finally got rid of him. I went to see the Buddha. They're people who certainly, they've got their feet very much in the mud of human existence. And this one, for 25 years, my mind has not settled for one finger snap. And recognizing this, realizing this, noting this, sensing that, suddenly the deathless opened. It's just the mind. It's just the feeling. It's a big feeling. You see? You can look at it, the path, in several ways. It's kind of like a going up, getting calmer, quieter, more better behavior, and so forth, progressive. But there's also another way, which is just stepping back, not ascending, not descending, but just stepping back. Just, this is the mind, this is a feeling, this is a sankhara. Much more than just an intellectual statement, but a statement of the heart. You've been with this so many times. It doesn't have to end. You don't have to find an answer to it. It's just this. In terms of, real practice, experience, most deeply experienced practitioners will say, you get you get pure to a certain degree, and some stuff it's just this. It's just this. And there's no self involved with it. The underlying basis of this is who I am, this is what I am, this kind of, as a fundamental thing is not there. This is just like vasana, they call them traces. There's still these recognizable identities doing their thing. But, you're not, your spider isn't running around it. It's stepped back. It's got off the web. I remember, Ajahn Mahabua was renowned as a real tiger, forest master, renowned for his quite severity. He could be very firm, very stirring, very powerful teacher. Yeah, and certainly not reluctant to point things out to people where they were lacking. And so the chairman of the trust went to the chairman of the English Sangha Trust when he was looking for bhikkhus to come to Britain. He went to see both Ajahn Chah and Ajahn Mahabua, see who they got. And he stayed some time with Ajahn Mahabua, and Ajahn Mahabua was where he is, and then George said to him, "Why are you always so grumpy? Why are you always so rude to people?" And nobody ever said that to Ajahn Mahabua before. I mean, you just wouldn't dare to say that to this kind of tiger. And Ajahn Mahabua just looked at him and he just laughed. Because it was somebody finally, had the guts, if you like, to just present it to him. And he just said, "It's just the way I am." And he loved it, But it's just that's the way it manifests. That's why his aggregates manifest like that. So it doesn't mean they're not there. Now this gives us some possibility, because trying to wipe yourself out is like the spider running around the web trying to put all the silk back in its body. It doesn't go back. Some of it wears out, some of it, the really gross stuff, the really sticky stuff loses its glue, some of it wears out, some of it's just there, but you have to be somebody. And these traces still remain but there isn't a kind of embeddedness in it. So our attention then remains open to what is, and it doesn't even to not just to what is externally, even to what is internally. So remember, this is a very holistic process. So whatever's happening in the mind, there's attention to that, and busy mind, worrying mind, doing this. See the spaces between, in the web, passing, the empty spaces there. So your attention is stilled enough to the point where it's not rigid and gluey. The boundaries, what are we desperate for or hoping doesn't happen? Relaxing that. So we allow feeling to arise, sadness, fearfulness. These are not easy, but when one's become more calm and steadied, we can allow some of these very poignant emotions to enter, and all this is generally considered really good stuff to exercise. As you get more steady, being able to handle conflicting emotions without getting more knotted up about it. And passing through the great, most of a web after all is space, isn't it? And that in the space is the deathless. Things merge in the deathless, terminate in that space. Psychological space, you could call it. And, so this is progressive. So, I think classically you have the 4 levels, 4 profound realizations, degrees of it. But even one can even take it as just being able to notice or allow an emotion to rise and pass, and as it passes, how is that when the echoes die down? What's that? So that we would say is a nibbana movement, a movement that unbinds the furthering of stuff, So that nibbana we can see as a verb, to unbind, to undo, to release. So we realize that potential we all have. We all have the potential to let things fade, let things pass without holding on or tangling with it. Nibbana is sometimes called a property or an element, just like earth, air, fire, water. It means therefore it's as much an element as your skin is. It's as much an element as your spittle or your vitalities, your earth, air, fire. It's of the same quality, but it's the one you don't discern. It's not synonymous with space because it's something that has a releasing quality to it. And I think if we didn't have that, we'd be completely mad. Fortunately, we do let a few things pass. All of us are a little bit nibbanaed already. Imagine if everything stayed with you forever and you just got fuller and fuller and fuller of every impression, every thought, every emotion just locked in there. Can you imagine what it'd be like just at the end of a day, let alone decades of it bursting. But can you notice that property, that faculty of the ability to soften, widen, and the cultivation? This can be then cultivated. It's not a kind of like at the end of the path, way in the distance, the bell rings and dong, curtains open, and Buddhas cheer you over the welcome in, here we are. After, who knows how many decades or lifetimes grinding away. But something that can be progressively developed as one's ability to nibbana things, put it like that, and doing that incrementally, the stilling of those sankharas, and then, the relinquishment of this I am, I've got to be, I shouldn't be, I wish I was, when will I ever, I've never managed, I won't, I will, all that. And though I can verbalize it, this goes much deeper than verbalization, doesn't it? The relinquishment of that. Destruction of craving. That's a very fierce word, isn't it? Destruction. What is it that keeps sticking it all together? And here in the Four Noble Truths, you have the second truth is the truth of tanha, which is not quite the same as desire. Desire can be a motivated sense, where we have initiative and motivation. We have motivation to practice. That's not tanha, that's called chanda. We're eager, we have motivated. That's a form of skillful desire, and we can direct it. We have some say over it. We can bring it up. Tanha is something that we don't have say over, it has say over us. It's a pathology, it's an instinctive quality, and the word literally means thirst. You can't say, let me be thirsty, or let me not be thirsty. It's as instinctive and gut level kind of feeling, sense of I don't have enough, I need to take something in, or I'm not enough, I need to be something. This is colloquial, but it's karma tanha, I don't have enough. Bhava tanha, I am not enough, I need to be something. So this is where, at some level, human beings seek status, recognition, being something. And this is not criminal or sinful or defiled in a gross way. It could be think, surely this is what life is about, isn't it? To become something useful. And it's as basic as that. But then doesn't it mean that sometimes through that process you think, I really haven't done much at all, have I? I tried a few things, but... So when we want to be useful, when that underlying thing is not understood as finite, there's only so much you can do really understood. It brings along with the shadow of failure. I haven't saved the world, I haven't I haven't. And the failure comes along behind bhava tanha. And the bhava tanha keeps pushing to become something more, In the grossest sense, we can see that in terms of people who seek performance, prizes, and so on. They just get pushed to the place where they, break up. But it's there in all of us. This is what has to be destroyed. And how is that? Just recognizing that the tanha, which assumes that what we are is some kind of grab system that can accumulate all that's mine, beloved and pleasing, that's why that's a rap on the knuckles. This doesn't mean just beads and trinkets. This means prowess, status, accomplishment, things of that nature will become separated. I too will be forgotten. Nobody. So that doesn't mean I don't do things, but there's a doing which has no particular need for acclaim or that shadow effect of self. The Buddha certainly did a lot, and you could say he became a very influential person, but I don't think he allowed that perception to enter his mind. Of course, in many ways, Sangha was a constant failure. There's always people breaking up, quarrelling, people. You look in the book, the suttas, they all look good. You look in the Vinaya, books of the discipline, they're all a bunch of rascals. So, I'm sure they're both true. So you can look, oh my God, I told these people, and there he is, storing honey again, eating in the evening, pigs, what have I ever done, hankering after robes, cajoling lay people, wheeling and scheming. Why did I bother? But he didn't do that. He just, said this foolish, misguided person has not understood the teaching. There's not. What do you expect? So this, so the intentionality can remain, but the sense of needing to be fulfilled by some result That's why this is Nibbana. It's so it's not really an object, it's the mind changes from having that grab mechanism to just being a very open palm. It's an open bestowing. So when we look in Buddha images, you see often they express things with their hands, different qualities, blessing, protection, collectedness. And one of the beautiful ones you sometimes see is the right hand down with the palm outstretched. It's called the Bestowing Mudra. This is what Buddhists do. It's just, there's no grab in that. It's just here. You don't even have to pick it up. Like that. This is, so this too is Nibbana. So it's not the mind has a new object, a subtle object, a state, a mental state, but the mind has radically changed, the citta is changed in how it operates into that ability to be just complete, open, no boundaries to attention. Whatever can be seen, subtle, nothing much, noise, sound, people, things, and the attention does not contract and vibrate. Attention is stilled, a stilling of sankhara. Intentionality is stilled. There isn't the urging, drive, restlessness, but yet it's not killed because it can rise up when it's needed and it can still when it's needed. Attention can firm up when it's needed and release when it's needed. That's the way that enlightened beings operate, isn't it? Because there's no attachment to those sankharas. Stilling of sankharas, the relinquishment of the basis, destruction of craving. Now the Four Noble Truths then, we look at that second one, and this is Kama Tanna, Bhava Tanna, Vibhava Tanna. Vibhava Tanna is the craving to kind of contract altogether, is I don't have to feel anything, don't want to be anything. It's a shrinking of being, perhaps to find safety to get out of here, to not have to be. So that also isn't what it is. So it's not the eradication of being of that, but it's that assumption, that fundamental instinct to clench, to contract, either get hold of or to get away from. Attention can be open, but peaceful. Third Noble Truth, the relinquishment, the no strings attached relinquishment. Fourth Noble Truth, the path that makes that possible, the exercises, the practices that we do. Again, it's a very, tries to present in synopsis a very thorough review of a whole life. It's a way that leads this way, that aligns us this way, puts us into a correct alignment with the way to Nibbana, the way to realize, the way to open. Now, this must therefore be our ongoing practice. So samatha, I think really a fundamental requirement to learn how to still, to learn how your attention can be less trembly, more quieter, more subtle. You know, a beautiful experience, pliable, and you can firm it up and you can relax it. Using meditation systems that encourage that working. Work it thoroughly. You know, so don't imagine that calm just means sort of sit there and go numb. It does mean you work vitaka vichara. That's a working principle. It's not frantic, it's a steady, how is this, and subtle until things become quieter. This, I think, is enormous thing to be doing. You feel better, you gain faith in yourself, you realize you do have some say over how your life is, how you feel things. You have, a good amount of say to increase your well-being. And everybody needs that, because just to gain confidence, to have confidence that something works, that really makes us feel better. And then from there, insight becomes possible. I don't think insight is possible without that some calming, steadying process. Insight is the ability to see or to review experience itself. Even a steady, calm experience is essentially constantly, subtly shifting and mutable, changing. There's nothing there to really be held. And none of it is finally consequential. That is, you don't get better and better experiences, and better and better and better, and then, ta-da, there it is. Doors of deathless fling open and Buddhas will usher you in. No, it's not that. It gets quite good, pretty nice, until you get used to that. Okay, this is nice, my mind does get calm, okay, so. And then this too is something that's arisen through intention, through interest, through attention. In terms of contact, it feels a certain way. It feels pleasant, mindful of that, wise about that. This too has been constructed, fabricated, made become. That which is fabricated, made become, must pass. That's as good as it can do. Therefore, is there another movement here? Not rejecting that, but just, who does this happen to anyway? Who has this experience? It's just one form, one set of forms that the mind takes, given the optimal circumstances. Conditioned, dependent upon conditions. And if the citta can really acknowledge that, soften around that, then a release can occur. It can be a releasing. It's described there as viraga, dispassion, and the Anapanasati Sutta see the same thing. Dispassion, ceasing, a certain ceasing of that need to go further. Relinquishment, patinitsaga, in this Anapanasati, just giving up the view. This I am, this belongs to me, this is for me, this is what I have become. And this is Nibbana, the completed. Process of it seems to occur, according to the Buddha, in different ways, but the first way is just more the cognitive level. Certain, you don't believe in belief anymore. And you don't believe that this person somebody living behind your eyes, who's up there in the control box, with the wheels and levers and buttons and things. That chattering voice isn't really who you are at all. So that whole way of conceiving, so the, can blow out as something that you organize around. Now this is stream entry. There's a big turnaround. You begin to really get a sense of what citta is. Yeah. Not this personal self. Something more mysterious perhaps, more primary. Then you can have the direct experience that something has shifted profoundly and it doesn't go back. You can't get back to believing it anymore. This is an enormous blessing. It takes the weight off life. So, some time for your own direct practice. Noticing if you, as you've cultivated along with what you're doing, and this is really like most of it, I would say is still going to be about just calming, steadying the places where we get reactive. If you're getting reactive, at least not getting guilty about it. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Let's just acknowledge that. Quiet and finished. New day, new moment. Start, that constantly the loving kindness, the compassion to keep wiping the slate clean. And then, what was the trigger? What was the triggering for that? Really get to know something. Be wise. And that certainly is going to extend for much longer than your retreat if you understand where the triggers are. Keep cultivating.
संक्षेप में हिंदी अनुवाद कर देते हैं। वो निब्बाना की कुछ उन्होंने अजान ने पहले के डेफिनेशंस दी, कहा कि वो सूत्रों में आती हैं कि बहुत सूक्ष्म है, बहुत मुश्किल से दिखता है, इसका अर्थ है कि जन्म मृत्यु का अंत हो जाता है। दूसरा डेफिनेशन बताया कि एक आइलैंड की तरह है, एक द्वीप की तरह है जो हमको प्रोटेक्ट करके रखता है। और भी इसी तरह की जो आते हैं एतन संतम एतम पनीतम जो स्टैंडर्ड डेफिनेशंस हैं उनके बारे में बताया। तो उन्होंने कहा कि इसके जो स्टेप्स, उन्होंने जो एक मेन डेफिनेशन के बारे में बताई किस तरह से उस तरफ जाते हैं। तो उन्होंने कहा कि सारे धर्म जो हैं सभ्य धम्मा छंद मूला, सच उनका मूल जो है छंद में होता है, इंटरेस्ट में होता है, और उसके इंटरेस्ट के कारण अटेंशन जागता है, फिर अटेंशन के कारण हम कांटेक्ट करते हैं विषयों से, और उससे वेदना जागती है, और अगर सती से सुपरवाइज होता रहता है और समाधि की आवश्यकता है उनको ठीक से जानने के लिए, और प्रज्ञा से उसको ओवरकम किया जा सकता है ताकि क्रेविंग ना बढ़े, और फिर क्रेविंग को डिस्ट्रॉय किया जा सकता है, और फिर वो हर धर्म जो है निब्बान की ओर ले जाता है। तो ये उन्होंने शुरू में बताया कि हर मन की कोई भी स्थिति हो उसको इस तरह से हैंडल कर सकते हैं कि वो निर्वाण की तरफ ले जाए। तो उन्होंने उदाहरण दिया है कि जो चित्त है वो एक मकड़ी के जाले की, मकड़ी के जैसा है जो अपना जाला खूंदी बुनता है, अपने में से ही जाला निकालता है, और उस जाले में कोई चीज़ आती है तो फिर वो सारा जाला हिलता है। तो इसी तरह से मन भी हमारा अपने जाला बनता है प्रपंच का, और उसमें से जो चीज़ें आती हैं, कोई विचार आता है, कोई वेदना आती है, कोई कांटेक्ट होता है, तो मन कांपता रहता है जब तक कि हम एनलाइटन नहीं होते। तो उन्होंने कई सारे उदाहरण दिए उसको समझने के लिए कि ये सब के लिए उन्होंने बार बार कहा कि मैं एक बेसिक रिक्वायरमेंट है ये सब कर देख पाने के लिए कि हम चित्त को शांत करें। तो इसलिए चित्त को समथ भावना जो है वो काफ़ी महत्वपूर्ण है, क्योंकि उसी के आधार पे फिर आगे इन्वेस्टिगेशन और विपश्यना की जा सकती है। तो उसके ऊपर उन्होंने कई बार ध्यान दिलाया, क्योंकि अगर समथ होगी तो एक तरह से हमारे अंदर भीतर में एक एबिलिटी है कि हम अपने आप को रोक सकें, और वो किसी भी तरह से कर सकते हैं, मैत्री से, आनापान से, चैंटिंग से, रेसिटेशन से, किसी भी तरह से कर सकते हैं, लेकिन वो होना आवश्यक है। और क्योंकि ये टॉप रिट्रीट में दी गई तो वो बता रहे थे रिट्रीटेंट्स को कि ये एक रिट्रीट का बहुत महत्वपूर्ण आयाम है, समथ को अभ्यास करना। तो हम कहते हैं कि हम नई बार हम सोचते रहते हैं कि जिस तरह से मन के अंदर अलग अलग तरह के धर्म आते रहते हैं, हमें लगता है कि निब्बान भी किसी दिन उसमें आ जाएगा, लेकिन ऐसा है नहीं, क्योंकि निब्बान जो है वो स्पेस की जैसे है, उसको स्पेस को पकड़ने के लिए कोई वेब की ज़रूरत नहीं होती। तो जैसे निब्बान की डेफिनेशन में आता है कि अटेंशन को स्टिल करना चाहिए, क्योंकि जो हमारा अटेंशन है वो इधर उधर भटकता रहता है बहुत ज़्यादा, उसके लिए ही समथ की भावना की बहुत आवश्यकता है। और जो मन में विचार आते रहते हैं इधर उधर के, विजडम का उसका रोल ये है कि हम ये देख पाएँ, सत्य में दिखाएगी कि विचार आ रहे हैं, और विजडम में बताएगा कि मैं ये क्यों सोच रहा हूँ, ऐसी चीज़ें सोचने का कोई उद्देश्य है क्या। अगर विजडम होगी तो फिर मैं वो सोचना छोड़ दूँगा। तो इस तरह से उन्होंने समझाया इसको। फिर आता पट सब उपाधि पट्ट निसर्गो, मतलब सारी जो हमारी अंडरलाइंग टेंडेंसीज हैं क्लिंगिंग की, उनका त्याग करना। और जो बेसिक उपाधि है वो यही है, मैं हूँ, मेरा भाव, मैं और मेरे का भाव, ये शरीर मैं हूँ, ये मन मैं हूँ, तो उसको त्यागना। इन्होंने कहा कि इसीलिए वो जो हम 5 रिफ्लेक्शन में से एक करते हैं, ऑल दैट इज़ माइन एंड बिलवड विल सेपरेटेड एंड अदरवाइज, वो कहने में सुनने में बड़ा अटपटा लगता है, लेकिन वो इसीलिए है कि हम समझें कि जिसको हम अपने शरीर को भी हम मैं कहता हूँ, जिसको भी मैं कहता हूँ, तो जो क्रेविंग का समाप्ति है और उपाधि का कम करना है, वो उस चिंतन से काफ़ी लाभ पड़ता है उसका। और जैसे जैसे संखार जो हमारे शांत होने लगते हैं तो चित्त जो है और प्रांजल हो जाता है, वो अपने आप को जान सकता है। और स्टिलिंग का मतलब उन्होंने ये भी दिलाया कि स्टिलिंग का मतलब ये नहीं कि एरेडिकेट हो जाए, इसका मतलब है कि जब वो आवश्यकता हो तो हम उसको इस्तेमाल कर सकें, जब आवश्यकता ना हो तो चित्त को शांत रख सकें। उन्होंने उदाहरण दिए थेरी गाथा से कई सारे, जैसे हमने भी पढ़े थे। एक थेरी कहती है कि 25 साल से मेरा मन जो है एक क्षण के लिए भी शांति नहीं रह पाया, और इतनी बेचैन हो गई कि उन्होंने कहा मैं सुसाइड ही कर लूँ। उसके लिए रोप वोप लगाई, और रोप जैसे ही लगाई तो निर्वाण का अनुभव हो गया। तो बताया कि इस तरह के एक प्रेरणा देने के लिए कई बार हम समझते हैं कि इतने साधना कर ली, अब कब क्यों नहीं हो रहा। तो बता रहे थे कि जब तक मैं का भाव बना रहेगा तब तक ये बड़ा मुश्किल काम होता है। और उन्होंने बताया कि थेरी गाथा वगैरह पढ़ने का बड़ा लाभ होता है, क्योंकि उसमें सुत्तों में तो ऐसा लगता है कि प्रवचन दिया और 5 लोग अरहंत हो गए, 50 अरहंत हो गए। थेरी गाथा पढ़ने से पता चलता है कि वो अरहंत होने के लिए, लिबरेट होने के लिए कितना काम करना पड़ता है और किस किस तरह की मुश्किलें सामने आती हैं। फिर वही बात जो हम इस प्रोग्राम में आचार्यों से सुनते रहते हैं कि मुख्य साधना जो सती की बात है कि हम पीछे हट के सुन सके मन में क्या हो रहा है, किस तरह की वेदना हो रही है, किस तरह के संस्कार जाग रहे हैं। और जब बार बार ऐसा करते हैं तो हमें विश्वास होने लगता है, कुछ भी मन में उखड़ जाए, वो आ जाए, हम जानते हैं कि ये निकल जाएगा, तो हमको परेशान नहीं करेगा। जब वो कॉन्फिडेंस आने लगता है तो फिर मन जो है एक समता भाव में पुष्ट होने लगता है। और ये भी उन्होंने एक बात कही कि हम सोचते हैं कि प्योरिटी बिल्कुल पूरा, जैसे अजान सिंह तो कहते हैं ना कि डिओड्रेंट डाल, वो डिसइंफेक्टेंट डाल दिया और टॉयलेट साफ़ कर दिया, बिल्कुल ऐसा होता है। ऐसा नहीं है कि कहीं ना कहीं पे जो हैबिट्स होती हैं, जो जिन हैबिट्स में मैं और महम का भाव नहीं जुड़ा हुआ, वो पड़ी रहती हैं, लेकिन उससे कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता है। उन्होंने उदाहरण के तौर पे दिया कि जब जॉर्ज शार्प इंग्लिश सोसाइटी के इंग्लिश ट्रस्ट के चेयरमैन आए थे, अजान शाह और अजान महाबो से मिले, तो जब अजान महाबो से मिले तो अजान महाबो की तो रेपुटेशन थी कि वो बहुत ही स्टर्न और फियर्स आचार्य थे, बहुत तेज़ तर्रार आचार्य थे, और जैसा होता था वैसे साफ बोल देते थे, चाहे कितना भी कटु बोलना पड़े। तो जब वो जॉर्ज शार्प उनसे मिलने गए तो वो स्टर्नली बैठे हुए, तो उन्होंने उनसे कहा कि आप हमेशा ऐसे खिंचे हुए और ग्रम्पी से क्यों लगते हैं, नाराज़ से क्यों लगते हैं हमेशा। कहते लोग सब हैरान रह गए, क्योंकि आज तक किसी की हिम्मत नहीं हुई थी अजान महाबो से ऐसा कहने की। तो देखते रहे कि क्या कहेंगे। अजान महाबो ने जब इन्होंने कहा तो खूब ज़ोरों से हंसे। उन्होंने कहा मैं ऐसा ही हूँ। तो मतलब वो जानते हैं कि ऐसे हैं, तो उनका जो 5 खंड है वो इस तरह से मैनिफेस्ट करते हैं, तो ठीक है, बट इज़ नॉट टेकिंग इट पर्सनली एज सम काइंड ऑफ ए शॉर्ट कमिंग और समथिंग विच इज़ बिलोंग्स टू हिम पर्सनली। तो वो ये कह रहे थे कि कोशिश नहीं करनी चाहिए कि सारी स्लेट को हम साफ़ करेंगे, कुछ ट्रेसेस हैबिट्स के रह जाते हैं, बट दे आर नॉट टेकन पर्सनली। फिर वो बात कर रहे थे कि 4 जो स्टेजेस हैं निब्बान के अनुभव की, उसकी बात कर रहे थे कि जो निब्बान शब्द की उन्होंने जो एक धातु के रूप में भी प्रकट किया कि निब्बान एक धातु के रूप में भी कही जाती है। तो जैसे अग्नि, जल, वायु, पृथ्वी और आकाश धातु है, वैसे निब्बान धातु भी है। मतलब वो एक तरह का वर्ब बन जाता है। निब्बान का मतलब है कि जो रिलीज़ करते हैं, जो तो जैसे हम कोई संस्कार जागता है और हम उसको देखते हैं, दुख जागता है और उसका सेसेशन होता है, तो उसको भी निब्बान कह सकते हैं। तो उसको उन्होंने वर्ब की तरह रिप्रेजेंट किया। और वो कहने लगे कि ऐसा नहीं है कि वो हम कोई स्पेशल एबिलिटी है लोगों में, हर आदमी में वो ऐसी एबिलिटी है कि वो कभी ना कभी तो अपने इमोशंस को छोड़ ही देता है। क्योंकि अगर इमोशंस को ड्रॉप करने की एबिलिटी ना होती तब तो लोग क्रेजी हो जाते हैं। तो इनने से उसको वर्ब बना के कहा, इट इज़ आवर, वी ऑल हैव द एबिलिटी टू निबान अदर थिंग्स। तो हर चीज़ों को निबान करने की हमें क्षमता है। फिर वो दूसरे आर्य सत्य की बात की तरह की, तो उसके 3 जो रूप हैं, काम तन्हा, भव तन्हा, विभव तन्हा, वो समझाए, वो सब हम समझते हैं। उसका उन्होंने काम तन्हा का मतलब कहा कि मेरे पास बहुत कुछ नहीं, अभी काफ़ी कुछ नहीं है। भव तन्हा का कहा मैं कुछ काफ़ी नहीं हूँ, मुझे और कुछ बनना है। और विभव तन्हा का मतलब कि मुझे कुछ नहीं चाहिए, मैं तो अब छूट निकलना चाहता हूँ, भाग जाना चाहता हूँ। तो इस तरह जो हम सामान्यतः सबसे परिचित हैं। तो उन्होंने कहा कि ये जो भगवान अजान ने कहा कि जैसे हम ये सोचते हैं कि भव तन्हा के बारे में बताते हुए कहा कि मैं कुछ बनना चाहता हूँ, मुझे प्रेज चाहिए, मुझे प्रशंसा चाहिए। तो उन्होंने कहा भगवान बुद्ध भी हम इतना प्रशंसा करते हैं हम उनकी, लेकिन क्या वो उस समय वैसा महसूस करते थे? कहते कभी भी उनके मन में ऐसा भाव आया होगा, मुझे नहीं लगता। तो फिर उन्होंने मजाक से कहा कि अगर मैं सचमुच में उनकी लाइफ को देखें तो वो तो बहुत भारी फेलियर रहे, क्योंकि इतना उनको कष्ट दिया गया लोगों ने। और हम सुत्त में पढ़ते हैं तो पता मालूम नहीं पड़ता, लेकिन आप विनय पढ़ते हैं तो पता चलता है कि जो उनके शुरू जो उनके पुराने बाद में जो भिक्षु उनके साथ आए, तो ऐसे लगता था जैसे बहुत ही बेवकूफ़ लोग आए हुए हैं। कभी कोई चोरी से शहद खा रहा है, कोई कहीं रात को बैठ के खाना खा रहा है, कोई कुछ कर रहा है, कोई अपने रोब्स के लिए लड़ रहे हैं आपस में। तो कहते वो हर बार ये कहते वो फुलिश मैन, वो आर यू डूइंग इट। तो कभी वो उनको रिजेक्ट नहीं करते थे, उस बात पे हमेशा मोटिवेट ही करते थे कि ऐसा मत करो, आगे बढ़ो। तो ऐसा इस तरह से देखें तो उनको कभी भी ऐसा महसूस नहीं हुआ कि वो उनको फुलफिलमेंट चाहिए, कि जो सभी भिक्षु है वो उनको हमेशा प्रशंसा करते रहे। ऐसा कहीं महसूस नहीं होता। इनफैक्ट वहाँ क्रिटिसिज्म ही ज़्यादा था। और उनको कई बार वो जान कह रहे थे कि मुझे लगता है कई बार सोचते होंगे मैंने कहाँ मुसीबत मोल ले ली इन लोगों को साथ लगा के। फिर तृतीय आर्य सत्य की बात की उन्होंने, रिलिंक्विशमेंट, वही जो निरोध है। और चौथा आर्य सत्य जो मार्ग है, तो उनका मार्ग है जो हमें निब्बान के धातु की तरफ ले जाता है। फिर अंत में उन्होंने फिर वही बात कही कि समत और विपश्यना दोनों कंजुगेट हैं। तो कुछ हद तक सब समत होना एक फंडामेंटल रिक्वायरमेंट है कि मन हमारा शांत हो। अंदर से अगर शांति नहीं होगी तो फिर बाहर एक्टिविटी में जो हमारी सती है और जो उसकी इन्वेस्टिगेशन है वो कभी ठीक से नहीं हो सकती है। और सती और अंदर शांति से ये लगता है कि हमको कुछ थोड़ा बहुत लगता है कि हाँ हमारा में अब कुछ कंट्रोल तो है, हम अपने मन को कुछ हद तक तो कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं। तो इसलिए उसका भी अनुभव का बड़ा उससे कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ता है। और फिर इंसाइट या अंतर्दृष्टि बढ़ाने की बात, विपश्यना की बात हमने कही कि वो तभी हो पाएगी जब उसकी फाउंडेशन होगी। उसका मुख्य उद्देश्य ये है कि हम जाने कि सब कुछ अनित्य है और उसको इस हद तक जाने। क्योंकि कई बार उन्होंने बताया, लोग सोचते हैं कि मेरे को अनुभव हो रहे हैं बहुत प्रिय है, फिर और अच्छे होंगे, फिर और अच्छे होंगे, और होते चले जाएंगे और फिर निब्बान आ जाएगा। उन्होंने कहा ये समझदारी की बात नहीं, क्योंकि जो अनुभव है वो भी कंडीशनड है, वो अनिश्चय है। तो ये विजडम का काम है, यानी इंसाइट का काम है कि वो समझा देती है कि अनुभव बढ़ते जाएंगे तो ख़राब भी हो जाएंगे। उसको पर्सनली लेने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, उसको हम रिजेक्ट नहीं करते। जब हम समझदार हो जाते हैं तो समझते हैं तो होना ही था, तो वो भी वी टेक इट इन द स्ट्राइड। और फिर इसी आधार पे फिर विराग या डिस्पैशन बढ़ता है और वो आपको मुक्ति की तरफ ले जाता है। तो 4 स्टेजों में उन्होंने पहली स्टेज के बारे में कहा कि बेसिकली जो स्ट्रीम एंट्री है वो कॉग्निटिव लेवल पे अंडरस्टैंडिंग और बुद्धि के लेवल पे इतनी अंडरस्टैंडिंग हो गई कि हाँ मेरे अंदर कोई एक ऐसा बंदा नहीं है बैठा हुआ जो ये सब चीज़ों को अनुभव कर रहा है, जो सोच रहा है, जो विचार कर रहा है, जो एंजॉय कर रहा है। कोई भी पर्सनालिटी व्यू की समाप्ति है। वो समाप्ति इस हद तक है कि वो फिर वापस नहीं आ सकती। तब जाके हम कह सकते हैं कि वो स्ट्रीम एंट्री हो गई है। और उसके बाद फिर आप काम करते रहेंगे कि जो आप ध्यान से देखते रहेंगे अपने भीतर कौन सी ऐसी जगह हैं जहाँ में रिएक्टिविटी हो जाती है। हाँ, अगर स्ट्रीम एंट्री हो गई है तो रिएक्टिविटी को पर्सनली नहीं लेंगे, उसको इन्वेस्टिगेट करेंगे, ये कहाँ से हुआ, ये ट्रिगर क्या था, किस कारण से आया, और फिर उसको समझ के उससे धीरे धीरे जो हमारे राग और देश हैं उनको कम करते रहे। तो ये संक्षेप में अजान का प्रवचन था। अब ब्रह्म विहार की साधना सबसे पहले मैत्री भावना अपने प्रति, प्रियजनों के प्रति और हमारे रक्षा करने वाले देवताओं के प्रति, और फिर समस्त प्राणियों के प्रति, विश्व के सभी लोगों के, सभी प्राणियों के प्रति। अहं अवेरोमि अव्यापञ्जोमि अनीगोमि सुखी अत्तानं परिहरामि। हम जैसे जैसे बोलते जाएं वैसे वैसे अब अनुभव हो गया, वैसे वैसे हम मन में विजुअलाइज भी करते रहें। मम माता पितु आचार्या च ज्ञातिमित्ता च ब्रह्मचारिणो च अविराहोन्तु अव्यापञ्जाहोन्तु अनीगाहोन्तु सुखी अत्तानं परिहरन्तु। आरक्षा देवता, भूमट्ठा देवता, रुक्खट्ठा देवता, आकाशट्ठा देवता अवेराहोन्तु अव्यापञ्जाहोन्तु अनीगाहोन्तु सुखी अत्तानं परिहरन्तु। अब अपना विजन एक्सपैंड करके सारे विश्व के प्रति। सब्बे सत्ता सब्बे पाना सब्बे भूता सब्बे पुंगला सब्बे अत्ता भाव पर्यापन्ना सब्बा इत्थियो सब्बे पुरुषा सब्बे अरिया सब्बे अनरिया सब्बे देवा सब्बे मनुष्या सब्बे विनिपातिका अवेरा होन्तु अव्यापज्जा होन्तु अनीगा होन्तु सुखी अत्तानं परिहरन्तु। अब करुणा ब्रह्म विहार। भारत में सारे विश्व में दुखी लोगों की संख्या निरंतर बढ़ती जा रही है और दुख के प्रकार भी अनंत बढ़ते जा रहे हैं। तो मुझे लगा कि हमको थोड़ी चैंटिंग करुणा के लिए ज़्यादा करनी चाहिए, लोगों की शुभकामना के लिए कि वो दुख से मुक्त हों। तो इसलिए थोड़ी सी चैंटिंग बढ़ा दी है। उसके लिए जो आटा नाटी सुत्ते है उसमें से लिया है, मैंने दीप्ति को भेजा है, वो सबको भेज देगी आज में या कल में। तो मैं कल भी किया था, आज सुबह भी किया था चांट। मैं करता हूँ वो सब। बेसिकली वो शुभकामना है हमारे अपने भगवान के प्रति जो हमारा कॉन्फिडेंस है उसके आधार पे। वचसा मनसा तेव वन्दामे ते तथागते शयने आसने ठाने गमने चापि सर्वदा। आप नहीं, वो दूसरी दे दो मुझे, उसमें भी यार करो ना। हाँ, आप भी करो ना, अच्छा लगेगा। आपकी आवाज़ जोर से आती है ना। मैंने यहाँ लाइन लगाई हुई है, लाइन लगाई, इससे नीचे पड़ा।
पीछे तक पढ़ना है, पीछे तक।
हाँ, वो जो है ना सब बीती होता। जरा खोल लो। चलो शुरू करो। वचसा से वचसा मनसा चैव वन्दामे ते तथागते शयने आसने ठाने गमने चापि सर्वदा सदा सुखेन रक्षन्तु बुद्धा सन्ति करातुवं ते हि त्वं रक्षितो सन्तु मुक्तो सर्वभयेन च सर्वरोगविनिमुक्तो सर्वसन्तापवर्जितो सर्ववैरमतिगतो निवृत्तो च त्वं भव तेषां सच्चेन शीलेन खन्तिमित्ताबलेन च तेऽपि त्वम् अनुरक्षन्तु आरोग्येन सुखेन च प्रथमेऽस्मिन् दिशा भागे सन्ति भूता महीद्विका तेऽपि त्वम् अनुरक्षन्तु आरोग्येन सुखेन च दक्षिणस्मिन् दिशा भागे सन्ति देवा महीद्विका तेऽपि त्वम् अनुरक्षन्ति आरोग्येन सुखेन च पश्चिमस्मिन् दिशा भागे सन्ति नागा महीद्विका तेऽपि त्वम् अनुरक्षन्तु आरोग्येन सुखेन च उत्तरस्मिन् दिशा भागे सन्ति यक्षा महीद्विका तेऽपि त्वम् अनुरक्षन्तु आरोग्येन सुखेन च पुरदशादत्थरट्ठो दक्षिणेन विरुलको पश्चिमेन विरूपक्षो कुबेरो उत्तरं दिशं चत्तारो ते महाराजा लोकपाला यशस्विनो तेऽपि त्वमनुरक्षन्तु आरोग्येन सुखेन च आकाशट्ठा च भूमट्ठा देवानागा महिद्दिका तेऽपि त्वमनुरक्षन्तु आरोग्येन सुखेन च सब्बीति। अच्छा चलो अब वो कोई सब्बीति वाला पढ़ लेते हो तो याद ही है। सब्बीतियो विभज्यन्तु शोको रोगो विनश्यतु माते भवतु अंतरायो सुखी दीर्घायुको भव। आगे से हम करुणा ब्रह्म विहार के लिए इस तरह से चैंटिंग करेंगे। मुदिता ब्रह्म विहार उन सब लोगों को याद करके जिनको हम जानते हो या नहीं जानते, जो घर में खुशी महसूस कर रहे हैं, जीवन में खुशी महसूस कर रहे हैं, उन सब के खुशी में शामिल होते हैं और शुभकामना करते हैं कि उन सब की खुशी बनी रहे, कोई व्यवधान ना आए, जो भी सुख संपत्ति प्राप्त हुई है वो बनी रहे, उनसे दूर ना हो। यथा लब्धा संपत्तितो मा विगच्छन्तु। और अब उपेक्षा ब्रह्म विहार। सारी भावनाओं को ठीक से करने के लिए उपेक्षा का होना आवश्यक, और उसका आधार सम्मा दिट्ठी। तो लोकीय सम्मा दिट्ठी का आधार कर्म सिद्धांत, तो उसको याद कर लेते हैं। कम्मस्य का कम्मदायादा कम्म योनि कम्म बंधु कम्म पटिशरण यम कम्मं करिष्यन्ति कल्याणं वा पापकं वा तस्य दायादा भविष्यन्ति। और गहराई तक सम्मादिट्ठी के लिए लोकोत्तर सम्मादिट्ठी, चार आर्य सत्यों का अवेच्य पश्यति। शुभकामना करते हैं कि सबकी दृष्टि सम्यक हो, सबकी दृष्टि ठीक हो, ताकि पाप कर्मों से बचें और फिर अंततः दुखों से बचने का वही एक तरीका है। सबे सत्ता सुखी होन्तु सबे होन्तु चखेमिनो सबे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कंची पापमागमा मा किंची शोकमागमा मा किंची दुःखमागमा। भवतु सर्वमङ्गलं रक्षन्तु सर्वदेवता सर्वबुद्धानुभावेन सदा सुखी भवन्तु ते। भवतु सर्वमङ्गलं रक्षन्तु सर्वदेवता सर्वधर्मानुभावेन सदा सुखी भवन्तु मे। भवतु सर्वमङ्गलं रक्षन्तु सर्वदेवता सर्वसङ्घानुभावेन सदा सुखी भवन्तु ते। अरहं सम्मा सम्बुद्धो भगवा बुद्धं भगवन्तं अभिवादयामि। Sakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammanassami Supatipanno Bhagavato Savak Sangho Sangham